What is going on, guys? Welcome to the show. Hope you're having a good day. I'm Rush Sports Outdoors. Today's a review video on the Predator super quiet 1400 watt inverter generator coming up. Alright guys, so before we get too far into this review and get this thing running, we're just going to talk about it real quick. Once again, this is the Predator 1400 watt, brand new one. As you can tell, it's quite dusty. I just took this camping, ran it pretty freaking hard, broke it in properly, and as you can tell from my jacket here, we are dirty. But right off the bat, we can talk about the plugs here. You got two 12-volt plugs, something you can plug a boat into, anything like that. Pretty nice because these smaller ones generally don't have that if you look at the Hondas. It's also got the little plug that you can charge a 12-volt battery in, like your truck battery or ATV battery or something like that. They've also got these pretty cool little rubber plugs that do go over the ports, so if it gets dusty, it keeps the ports clean. Also, we got the USB ports. I believe that's 5 amps, 5 volts by 1 amp or 2.1 amps depending on how many you have plugged in, and then you can also parallel it with another one. So eco throttle on, off, you got your overload, oil, and output. So pretty generic for the newer models. This has also got a CO2 sensor in it, so if you're running it inside or something like that, it'll automatically shut off if it senses there's problems. Other than that, we got the oil fill is right here. You undo this screw, pops right off. Spark plug right there. You just unscrew it and it pops right in. You're obviously going to want a little bit heavier one if you're really bogging it down and using a bunch of stuff, TVs, air conditioners, stuff like that. But the general weight of it dry is about 30 pounds, filled up with gas. It's got like a 1.2 gallon gas tank, so pretty nice. I'm not gonna say it's average, but it holds a decent amount of gas. I think its runtime is like 8 hours. I was running it at the tournament and it did die each night that I ran it. The first 2 nights, that's just because I didn't fill it completely full. And then the third night I filled it full and it ran all night long. So pretty good on gas. Like I said, it does have the eco mode. You can turn that on and off. And then when it senses there's less power draw, it just throttles down and saves gas. So pretty cool little feature on that. This one sure as shit doesn't have. Also, this only has one plug on it. So pretty inconvenient for those. At Harbor Freight, you can pick this bad boy up for like $440, somewhere in there. Probably not the cheapest generator out there, but it is the newest one. They just came out with it this year, 2021 in April. I think I was actually one of the first to buy this at the store here in Billings, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, I needed a Jenny. None of these would work, and so I had to get that one. Alrighty guys, so before we get this thing fired up and running for you, which it actually does run pretty quiet, I downloaded a little decibel meter on my phone, so we're going to do a little decibel test. And I'm just going to show you kind of how it runs, operates, and starts up, I guess. So the gas that I'm using, ironically, is old. It's not fresh gas. It's probably 3 weeks old. You can tell because the container's all bloated. Ha, funny. Pull y'all in a bit here. Blop. Here we go. We got the Jenny. Fill cap. There's no screw on it. It comes off. Pretty nice. It's got the on-off switch on it, so you can do all that fun stuff. Oh, come on. Oh, there we go. Okay, I spilt everywhere right there. That's funny. I just put a little bit in because I do want to run it dry after this, but this is just kind of a test to show you guys. It takes power, it amplifies it, and then it redistributes the power. That's what an inverter does compared to a generator that just creates power and then gives it. So they're actually quieter than your average generator, and they consume less gas. So in essence, it just works a little smoother when it comes to power consumption. Okay, when it comes to starting these things, you want to make sure your eco throttle is off. Always off on eco throttle, just because it helps start the dang thing. You also don't ever want to plug something into it, then start it. If it dies while it's plugged in, be sure to unplug whatever you got attached to it, then start it, then plug it back in. Not good to start a Jenny while plugged in or overloaded. Not good for it. It actually damages the generator. Here we go. We got eco throttle off. We got our starter on. It's got the switch just like every other generator on the market. Run to start. Choke. Pretty obvious there. And then you just give her the go. And that's that. As you can tell, it's pretty dang quiet. We're gonna go ahead and turn eco throttle. That's eco throttle on. So I'm talking to you pretty average right now. So this is that's running temperature right now, not temperature, just running. Okay, so as we're seeing on the decibel meter here, 76 it looks like. So that is probably 3 feet from the Jenny. So, I mean, directly next to the generator, it looks like it's at 83 decibels coming right out of it. At the exhaust, it says it's 89. Now we're gonna move you guys back. Let's just move back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 footsteps. Back 5 steps. 66? 67? Now we're gonna step back 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'd say 10 yards away at least. We're looking at 64 there. We're gonna go 5 more yards. 4, 5. And we're looking at 61. Nah, 57. 57. I think that's on loud too. It's not on power mode. We're probably 20 yards away. Car just drove by. And there's a plane flying. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it's reading, but it's not that loud, honestly. I'm gonna walk back all the way to it here. About 10 feet, not 10 feet from it, 10 yards. Okay, so that took eco throttle off. We'll just do a quick little 10 steps again. 76, 1, 2. Car just drove by. 64, 65. So pretty quiet. I think there is actually some other bigger generators that might be quieter for some reason. All right, guys, that's gonna wrap it up for this video. Like I said, Predator 1400 watt. I've had it for about 3 weeks and pretty stoked with it so far. Runs great. Starts on the first or second pull each and every time, and really pretty stoked with it. No complaints so far. So if you guys have any issues, questions, comments, concerns, leave me a comment below. Let's have a convo about it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.